Hello guys, this is parodiq for YourPokerSchool.com. In this video I'm going to analyze a hand played from my student Tanincho 87. It's played in $7 45 man turbo MTT Tango. In this hand we have ace 10. I'm not going to show you my HUD because there is no need. I'm just going to show you the most important statistics. We have VPIP, pre-flop raise and the number of hands. With this little amount of hands, 80 hands for some of the players and 23 hands for one of the players, there is no need to use other statistics than VPIP pre-flop raise. So let's see what is happening here. Hero is pushing ace 10 for over 20 effective big blinds. You can see that the hijack have something like 20 to 23 big blinds. The button have 60 big blinds, and the other players are a bit shorter, but yeah, we're pushing for 20 effective big blinds, which is just too much. We are not on the final table near the bubble or something like this to apply ICM pressure, so there is no much sense in such a push. Villains are not going to fold almost no hands that are ahead of us. No one is folding tens here or ace queen. Of course, sometimes the big stacks can fold hand like ace jack suited, but this is the only hand that they can fold. We are going to lose value from weaker hands that we dominate with this push, and all the hands that are ahead of us are going to go, and we are going to lose a big part of our stack. So it's much better just to play a raise fold game here. But let's see if the push here is plus EV. Of course, in a raise call and raise fold game depends on the villain. It means that we can raise call against some loose players and raise fold against the tight players. I think there is more value in display, but even the push can be still plus EV here. Of course, it's going to be less EV, but still plus EV. So let's do the calculation. And here is the calculation. I made it in Sit and Go Wizard. You can see that we're pushing 9,500 chips. Sit and Go Wizard gives us minus EV push, and we should push only jacks and ace king. Let's see what ranges are giving for villains to call. Villain next to us is going to call with a pretty tight range. I think sometimes in game villain can easily call with ace queen and nines. Sometimes he can call with ace jack and eights, but most of the time I think he's going to fold them. The next villain is calling with almost the same range, but still a tight range. The next player is going to call with also very tight range. I don't think this range is that accurate. I don't think villain with such a short stack, also the villain near next to him, is going to fold nines. I think this villain and also the villain before him, the parodiq 20, is going to go with nines here. Let's see the other player. The short stack, of course, is going to go with a very wide range, so it's not that important. He's short, so we're not going to lose much against him, even if he's going to go with wide range. And let's see what is the big blind calling range. You can see that he's going to go with a pretty wide range here with 8.6%, and most of the hands are ahead of us. Even the sixes are called from his position here, and you can see that our push is pretty minus EV here. We should not push in this situation. It's much better to play a raise fold game. We can easily raise go against villains who are very loose, who can steal with any ace, any pocket, many broadways, and etc. Wide range against who our ace 10 stands great, and against tight players we can easily raise fold. Against the player after us, against some of the other big stacks, and if some of the other stacks who is tight push, we got easy fold. So yeah, it's much better to raise fold and raise go here than to just push. And you can see that even the push is minus EV, it's not plus EV. But of course everything that we said here is with the edge, and of course if we take the edge down we can push much wider. Of course edge is nice to use here because we've got very big stack, we are not pressed to the wall to play very loose, but yeah, the edge is still too big. We can easily make it a bit smaller to something like, let's say, 100 chips. And with edge of 100 chips you can see that our edge is widening up. We can push 9s, ace queen offsuit and ace jack suited. Of course, and our hand is still minus EV. Without the edge you can see that ace 10 offsuit is on the border. We can shove also 4s plus, queen jack suited, king 10 suited, ace 7 suited plus, and etc. And let's say what Nash is saying here, the range should be similar to this one, maybe a bit tighter. And you can see that Nash is giving us 11.9%, and ace 10 offsuit is a minus EV push. We should fold it. We can push only ace jack offsuit plus. Hands like jack 10 suited, queen 10 offsuit, king jack suited are plus EV pushes here because against villain calling ranges, so our hands stand great. They are very rarely dominated, and hands like ace 10 offsuit are too often dominated against ace jack, ace queen, and ace king. So you can see that even without the edge push is minus EV. And let's see what is happening. We are losing against the small blind, which is not that important of course, but yeah, it's also important that we can easily lose a lot of chips against one of the big stacks, and especially against the maxi up. So we should not push that wide in situations like that, and of course with such a stack we almost never should push. With strong hands we are losing a lot of value with such pushes, and with weak hands we can lose a big part or all of our stack with such push. It's much better with stacks like 15 and more big blinds to raise call and raise fold, depends on the villain behind us. Sometimes near the bubble we can push with bigger stacks, and also if we are in the money but there are a lot of smaller stacks and one bigger stack than us, and he can apply against us a very big ICM pressure. So in situations like this we can push with bigger stacks, but they are very rarely. And in situations like this where we are not in the money and we are far away from them, we should play almost always raise fold and raise call game. I hope you like this video guys and you learned a lot of things. If you want to add something, you're not agree with something, you want to discuss the video, you can do it in the forum thread of the video in YourPokerSchool.com commentary section. I'm going to post a link in the video description so you can easily find it. This was Parodia for YourPokerSchool.com. Good luck on the tables guys, and see you next time.